Hello everyone, my name is Chelsea Rubel and today I'm going to be going over nonverbal communication and the importance of hand gestures. So first we're going to discuss nonverbal communication and really what that means. So nonverbal communication can be eye contact, it can be movements when you're on stage, and body language. So crossing your arms, having different stances, and again, eye contact and tone of voice. So along with nonverbal communication also comes hand gestures. So today I'm going to be discussing positive and negative hand gestures, kind of how it makes you feel, and ways to engage with the audience. So positive hand gestures. Positive hand gestures are really going to be anything that draws the audience in. Everybody likes to have that moment where they feel like they're connected with the speaker. So ways that we could really have some positive hand gestures. So for example, one would be putting your hand over your heart. This is going to mean that I am having the most sincere moment, really, so then the audience can feel that genuine situation that I'm trying to portray or discuss. Another hand gesture that we kind of look at would be not having your hands outside of your torso area. So when people go ahead and they're saying this and that and all of these extravagant hand gestures that are really not in that dynamic torso realm, it looks like that person is kind of I would say like totally out of the box. Someone you couldn't really trust, maybe that is over exaggerating. Those kind of things you're going to see when someone is putting their hands everywhere. Another positive hand gesture is counting. So when we go over things, you say, I have 3 main points and we're going to count them out. 1, my first main point, 2, my second main point, and go down that list. And it really gives the audience something to hold on to, so that if you're discussing something, you're having a debate, that person doesn't interfere with what you have to say because they know how many points you're gonna give. So then when we go over negative hand gestures, so negative hand gestures are going to be something so bold as to pointing. How you like this, I'm not sure. To me, I feel like that's a negative hand gesture. Also, another thing is going to be hiding your hands. So keeping your hands very straight down to your side, keeping them behind your back or crossed arms. Just hiding those hands makes people feel like you're guarded, feel like you can't be trusted, like that you have something to hide because you are hiding your hand gestures. So another negative hand gesture that we really don't like to see is fidgeting. So when you're not trying to portray something with your hands and you're, combing your hair out of the way, or you're just messing with your shirt, or you're adjusting in some kind of way that is not really purposeful, that's going to be something that people consider negative hand gesture. Why is that? I would assume that it's because people want, again, someone who feels confident in what they have to say and delivers a message directly. Well, if you're fidgeting, that kind of proposes that you're not really sure what it is that you have to say. So next, we're going to talk about how these negative hand gestures make you feel. So I want you to take a second and think about how some kinds of hand gestures that we just went over, how they really do make you feel. For example, when we go over negative hand gestures and we think about the point, how this makes you feel. If I were to be in front of everybody on stage and I'm telling you, this is really how you should think, or this is really how this should be, does that make you feel like I'm parenting you? Does it perhaps make you feel like I'm trying to demand something from you, or do you feel comforted by it? I mean, personally, I think that it brings me back to a childhood moment where maybe my teacher is reprimanding me, maybe my parent is reprimanding me. And, studies have shown that a lot of people that are pointed at don't really like it. So we really have to think about how our hand gestures, especially negative ones, they make us feel, and really how we can engage with the audience. So when we engage with the audience, we think about bringing them in. How is it that we can interact with the audience from a distance, not just with hand gestures, but with all types of things? So body language, eye contact, tone of voice. Tone of voice is so imperative when it comes to um, giving speeches and having people trust you, to feel like you are giving knowledge and that you are educated and well spoken on the topic that you're talking about. So, well, we try to make sure that all of our hand gestures are great. We also want to make sure that some of our hand gestures are connected to memorable moments within our speech. So if I'm doing a all together and bringing people in, and I'm doing this hand gesture that's really signifying that everybody in the room should be engaged or should feel how I'm feeling, then maybe this hand gesture might bring people to feel how I'm feeling in that moment, and that'll bring out something that they can take from my speech in particular. So while we go over all of these hand gestures, all of these nonverbal communications, we really try to learn what it is that we can get from communicating nonverbally with the audience, with people in our daily lives. And so I just want you to really think about it. How can you positively interact with people, whether it be from a distance, on a stage, or up close and personal, with positive hand gestures, and really how those make you feel? All right, well, thank you so much and have a great day.